I think I don't have anything to do.
Yes, sir. We are getting, sir.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes.
Right. Next slide, please.
Madam, you need to change the slide.
Madam, kindly the slide, madam. Next slide, please. Something wrong on the platform or something from our side? I believe we have resolved our issues. It's only on the platform only. Some issues that it's getting stuck. Hmm.
Sir, is it audible?
Audible. Are you able to listen to me?
Yes, sir. Is it visible?
Okay. Yes, it is visible. Yes, it is visible. I'll continue, madam.
Yes,
continue.
sir. You can proceed.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. These are all technical glitches and hiccups when we go into this type of mode. Let's take these things aside and continue with the process. So just discuss that how we can, as a pharmacist, what we can do exactly for the healthcare scenario and how much AI can help us to enhance, improve, and have a better patient outcome. So let's look into the actual healthcare scenario of India. As we know, India is a vast country with a diverse population, and it faces an excessive healthcare challenges throughout the country. It's not like only one or two part, it's throughout the country. So the challenges include like inadequate healthcare infrastructure. If we look into the healthcare infrastructure facilities throughout the India, except the mega cities or except the big cities, corporate super specialty hospital, multi-specialty hospitals are readily available. Only in a specific city, you will find the big hospitals, and rest all over the India, there are only small, you can say healthcare center, or even you can say nursing homes, who has minimal or no, they who have minimal or very less infrastructure. Second one is shortage of skilled healthcare professional. We don't want to discuss only about the doctors. Let's talk about the pharmacist itself. Let's talk about the pharmacist itself. How many pharmacists we can see exactly on the direct patient care, right? What we are looking into the pharmacist in the government hospital, they are just confined to a specific room, that is pharmacy. They are with a single window or two window dispensing medicine. The pharmacist don't know who is the patient. The patient don't know who is the pharmacist. With a small window, they are just getting the medicine. They are coming back, standing in a line. Only if you see some corporate hospital, some big giants, and some, you can say, some chain of pharmacies, we have the pharmacists who are directly talking with the patient. So even though we are talking that, or we are discussing ourselves that we are a part of healthcare professional, it needs some time and it needs some effort to be really considered as a healthcare professional. Furthermore, the complication associated are growing burden of diseases. Every day we are finding new diseases are coming into the India, and very minimal or almost nil data are available with all those diseases. And the final one is lack of diagnostic ability, right? Frankly speaking, in today's scenario in 2025, if we go for a ultrasonography in a, you can say in a district, or even you can say we are going for some subdivision, it is almost impossible to get it done within a day. You have to go in the morning, you have to enlist yourself, you have to pay, you have to stand in line, you have to spend the whole day to get the ultrasonography done, and the result will be given on the very next day. So if we look into the overall situation, so healthcare scenario of India is really suffering, not only in India, it's not only in a big city, even it is spread throughout the India. Next slide, madam. Yes, thank you. So let's see, we'll not go into the brief about the AI, right? As the AI is growing quite a fast, people are talking about AI, as well as we are a little bit aware about the AI. So I'll just go directly into the AI, like in a real world scenario, we as a pharmacist, how we can apply the AI for a better healthcare. As the AI we are looking into, it has the capacity for early detection, right? What is the main advantage of AI, or what AI can do? Like it can analyze vast data set. You give millions of data, it will be able to analyze within a very short period of time, right? So with large data set analysis, AI has the capacity to detect minute changes, or even you can say delicate signals which are present either in the lab test, you can say which are present in the clinical note, on the symptoms, or even on the images. This will allow the AI to diagnose the condition earlier, faster, accurately compared to any other scenario. Furthermore, if we see, it can detect slightest disease signal as well as it can provide early and proactive intervention. When you have the diagnosis early, you have the capacity to intervene actively as well as early so that you can get a improved outcome. So this is the first one. Second one, like a outbreak prediction. As we have seen, the first one we have experienced the global outbreak that is a COVID-19. Later on, we have seen a outbreak of the disease in the year 2023 during the end of winter in West Bengal. There was a condition that is adenovirus infection in the children up to the age of 3 to 5 years. They have suffered a lot, and almost like 100 plus children has died alone within the Kolkata region. Right. So what we can see, AI can scan large population data. Whatever information we are getting, we can scan them each and everything in a very specific manner. With the scanning, AI can have a risk factor identification as well as disease trend identification. As I was discussing about the adenovirus infection, what are the risk factors here has been identified that the exposed children's, those who have not got the proper vaccination, or those who are not getting the proper care at their home or anywhere. And what is the disease trend? It has been found that the children's within the age group of 3 to 5, that is very important. Children's within the age group of 3 to 5, as well as they are suffering with flu-like symptom. So we can have a disease trend, we can have a identifying factor, and if we combine this one, we can predict the disease outbreak. Once we can predict the disease outbreak, before it goes beyond the control, we can have a proper intervention, we can have a proper managing situation with the AI implementation. Third one, where AI is playing an important role, that is a personalized care. As we are moving faster, each and individual has a different in their physicochemical properties. Each and everyone has individual differences in their socioeconomic capacities. So the treatment should also be individualized to get a better outcome. Just talking with the patient, we cannot get all the informations from the patient, and we cannot directly personalize the care. What we can do, we can implement the AI. AI can have a modified treatment plan based on patient's unique data. Like if we are on a patient, if we are talking about a patient who is on aminoglycoside, as we have found that long-term aminoglycoside or aminoglycoside may cause renal insufficiency. It is proven. It is proven. So it has been decided, or it has been suggested that someone is on aminoglycoside. Let's go for a renal function test in a regular manner. As the renal function test result comes, renal function test result comes, the doctor or the clinician might overlook at that particular time due to busy schedule, or the test report has gone down, which is not clearly visible. In such situation, the aminoglycoside might continue even with a increased renal function test values. Suppose the creatinine has raised, urea has raised. What we have found that in this situation, the aminoglycoside dose has to be modified, adjusted. Even if it is needed, we need to decrease. Now, if we implement the AI can detect this small signal that this particular individual has a increased RFT, the aminoglycoside. There will be a blink, there will be a highlighting point beside the medicine that this person aminoglycoside must be looked once again, as the renal function test has shown a slight increase. So such type of personalized care even can be done with the AI. Furthermore, we are talking about AI, there are some challenges which has to understand. The first one is ethical concern, right? We must not make a situation where we are allowing the AI to overpower the clinician or the human. That should not be. That's not the situation. We are here to use the AI as a supportive tool. AI must not overpower us. So this is the first ethical concern which has to be addressed. Second one is data availability. As we are talking about the data, until and unless we have a standard data, until and unless we have a data which is validated, and until and unless we have a data which is accepted pan-India, it cannot be fed into the AI to get the actual outcome. And the data privacy, as we know, nobody wants to disclose or leak his or her personal information as well as like a illness, health status to others. But we have this issue in India. We got everyday call for the loan. Someone has got our information, our phone number from somewhere and calling us. So such type of data privacy is the challenge for the AI implementation in healthcare. So we have some solutions which can be utilized, and even government has taken some steps, initiatives to implement these things to improve the overall AI application, not only in healthcare, but overall in general. As India has a large IT sector, right? Our IT sector is global valid. So we can use this IT sector to improve our infrastructure, as well as we can continue research with the information technology that how the AI data can be improved, and we can have a ethical framework development which can be submitted to government, that this type of activities can be performed so that the data, the ethical concern is not getting harmed or is not getting compromised. And the lastly, in this particular, what is the impact? We are talking so much. Are these going to really affect? The first one is, yes, we have a reasonable future. If we really able to implement the AI in a positive manner for the healthcare, we'll definitely get a reasonable future. And we have an option to reform healthcare. Let's say by the pharmacists, what we can do? The two most common activity which pharmacists can do, one is patient counseling, another one is adverse drug reaction. If we look into the adverse drug reaction, or if we take it further as pharmacovigilance, application of AI has a great chance to improve the pharmacovigilance and to improve our role. And it is for a better Indian healthcare. Let's go to the next slide, madam. Right. I'll just discuss few things about the individual section. 5 sections we have identified. The first one is early detection. Right. AI use algorithm. An algorithm they use, they scan each and every data what we have feed it into the system. Let's talk about the images like X-ray, MRI, CT scan. If we look into these images, every image of individual has a specific pattern. As we have a specific fingerprint for individual, similarly, MRI, CTs, and X-rays have a specific pattern for individual. That individual specific pattern, in combination with lab reports, as well as patient history, genetic data, and clinical note. Clinical note is a very important data that is being given by the doctor. When a doctor is monitoring, observing, assessing, examining a patient, whatever points they note down, all those points need to be included along with the other details of the patient to get a overall and improved early disease diagnosis. With the implementation of AI, specification like a inclusion of images along with the lab report, we can have an accurate and timely diagnosis in case where timely diagnosis is extremely crucial. Let's talk about the breast mammography. We are taking pictures and the clinician is looking into that picture and trying to identify whether there is a cancerous growth or formation or such type of findings are there. That depends on the expert view. On that particular day, the expert might have some fickle mind, disturbed mind, busy, overpowered, some other pre-engaged assignments, may be overlooked while looking into the picture. But if we put this picture into the AI, AI can screen that picture with the previously inputted data to identify exactly how much is the condition in this particular breast mammography picture, which will say what is the exact condition of this patient in terms of cancer formation. This will give a accurate as well as timely diagnosis, but make sure it must not overpower the human capacity. It helps in decision making for successful treatment. And what we can say, there are certain diseases which has a very poor signal, like one tuberculosis, identification of tuberculosis in the smear test, it's very difficult, and it purely depend upon the how the fixation of slide, how the slide has been stained, how the slide has been dried up, seen under microscope, what the expert has seen under microscope, and what the expert is writing on the paper. So if we put all these things into AI, we'll have a clear understanding what is the actual situation for this patient, and the diagnosis will be much more appropriate. We have an example which I have added over here. Artelas, they are an AI-based platform for disease diagnosis. This is mainly to diagnose diabetic retinopathy. Whenever patient goes through the eye screening, eye checkup, and they put these pictures into this particular platform. If this platform has matched the condition with the previous any other condition, immediately they will, or simultaneously, they will identify that this person is suffering with the diabetic retinopathy. If it has been identified early, chance of saving the eyes will be more. So this is the early detection with the help of AI. Please go to the next slide. Yes, the second one is outbreak prediction and prevention. If you see, in West Bengal, there was a significant adenovirus outbreak in late 2022 and early 2020, particularly affecting children. In the month of January to March 2023, the authorities has recorded over 12,000 adenovirus infection cases, including 19 deaths with or without comorbidities. Over 3,000 children were hospitalized with a severe flu-like symptom. During this period, the transmission rate was higher than the usual for that particular year. So we have a disease trend, we have a pattern. What we can identify from this pattern, we can analyze the real-time data and environmental data. What is the time generally this type of infection starts or shows late in the winter and early before the summer. So that is one thing which has been clearly identified. The monitor health trends and epidemiological pattern. We have identified this is mainly for the children. They are suffering with a severe flu-like symptoms. We can predict the disease outbreak. So we can say if this type of situation is developing, then the entire pediatric population of this particular area or this particular zone may fall into this condition. They may fall into this condition. So what is going to happen? It can support public health decision making. The authorities can sit together, seeing the prediction by the AI, and they can have a decision that the authority has to enhance proactive step, as well as they have to respond and allocate resources quickly and smoothly. At the beginning, it was very difficult to understand what exactly has happened, because as it is a viral infection, there is no confirmed test. There is no confirmed test. And moreover, if we look into the symptoms, suddenly there is a flu-like symptom and the temperature is going very high. Even I have seen for my daughter, she got 104. I got shocked by seeing that one. During my these many years of hospital training and practice, I have never seen personally 104. When I have seen this one in my daughter, I got shocked. So this is a epidemiological pattern. We can say that very high fever, even more than 102 and 103, will be available over there to consider this is a particular condition, that is adenovirus infection. So the outbreak prediction and the prevention, appropriate steps by the authority, relocate the resources will be more appropriate if we are implementing AI instead of only discussion and getting a solution. Next slide, please. And the prevention, appropriate steps by the authority. Yeah. And the third one is personalized treatment plan. Okay. So what we can do, we can analyze the individual patient data. So what is there in an individual patient data? We have patient demography, we have family history, social history, lifestyle, medical history, medication history, lab data, even genetic data. So we can see there are a long list of small information which are unique to individual patient, which are very important for individual patient. And these are the predictors which will definitely identify what type of personalized treatment plan should be initiated for this individual. For that, we are adding the patient demography, family history, and all the other data. Just imagine asking one individual to read these data from one patient, note down them, analyze them, and prepare a treatment plan will take to make an appropriate personalized treatment plan. Now, if we put all these things into MI, in AI, we asked it to analyze and develop a personalized medicine, we can certainly identify a personalized medical or treatment plan, which will definitely give a better outcome. Next one, please. Right. Next one is telemedicine and remote healthcare. This has been not only talk anymore. Even the government has accepted this one, has implemented this one also in the name of eSanjeevani. That's a national telemedicine service, right? Currently, there is a vast gap between urban and rural healthcare service. As I have said, that even I have seen being there in Hyderabad, we have find that all the corporate hospital, all the big shot hospitals are only within the Hyderabad. Another, you can say 50 kilometers, 60 kilometer, hardly there is any such big or corporate hospital which has the capacity to provide similar type of healthcare facility for the rural individual. So what is happening? There is remaining a gap. The people has to reach to the city to get the appropriate, expert, high-end or high-standard medical facility. Here comes the AI-powered telemedicine platform that can bridge this gap for quality healthcare service across the country. There is a telehealth solution. What is this doing? It's remotely diagnose and monitor patients, provide health advice, and manage chronic conditions efficiently. So what is happening? AI-powered telemedicine platform is there. The patients will go to those platforms, maybe fixed in a village, or they may be mobile. They may be mobile in a van that every day, Monday to Saturday, it will go to one village, which are located entirely. It's very difficult for those people to go to city from those villages. So you take the AI-powered telemedicine platform to them. Instead of the patient reach to the hospital, let's take the healthcare to the patient. It's like a doorstep delivery, right? They will go in front of that telemedicine platform. They will express their concern. They will say whatever complications they are facing, whatever issues are there, and what will happen. There will be an expert on the opposite part of this telemedicine platform. They will be listening to the patients. They'll try to understand the patients, and instantly they can provide the solution which will be support for the patient. May not be an exactly, but the initial support from an expert is very essential, which was completely missing for this type of people, right? I have seen personally that the healthcare service has to be delivered across the river where there is no proper bridge. The healthcare people has to cross the river with a boat, sometime with the, you can say, bamboo made bridges, which are even not working during the monsoon time. When there is a monsoon time, there is a complete cutoff. Only we can cross the river with the help of a boat to provide the healthcare delivery. In such situation also, we have seen we have mobile, we have internet connection, we can download this medicine platform, sit in front of this telemedicine platform, and the opposite direction, there will be an expert who will be listening to them, and they will be in a position to provide the diagnosis, as well as they will be in a position to give them some suggestion. So this will reduce the gap between the urban and rural healthcare service. The rural people will also get expert opinion, which will ultimately improve the overall healthcare scenario of India with the help of AI. Right. And next slide, please. Right. This is the latest. Topic which has been discussed. I have published a paper on this particular aspect also. My paper has got enlisted in the PubMed. I am thankful that I was able to work up to their expected level, right? As we are talking about the pharmacy, what our role will be there, right? The pharmaceutical academia, the pharmaceutical industry, the pharmaceutical research, and the people who are directly from the pharmaceutical environment. Drug discovery and development, if we say the deep learning, this is a subset of AI, right? Deep learning, it has also the capacity to analyze vast biological data for two particular situations. One is target identification, another one is lead selection. Why this is done? To obtain a desired outcome, right? And it can analyze the toxicological data to predict ADR. And deep learning algorithm can predict possible harm, which is known as late stage failure. It has been seen that on the phase 2, phase 3, or even in phase 4 also, certain ADRs or safety concern raises for which a 10-year, 12-year research particular molecule spending crores of money has to be rejected only because there is an ADR which compromises the efficacy. So deep learning has the capacity to analyze and identify such type of possible harm. So if we can have a identification at the early, we can plan for a safer alternative. Furthermore, we have a topic that is known as drug repurposing. Right. The most common example which comes in our mind is sildenafil citrate, which was actually approved as an antihypertensive drug, but due to its some, you can say, like side effects or some inappropriate effect, it has shown that it's showing a remarkable success in the erectile dysfunction. So similarly, we can continue our research with all the drugs which are available to identify small or even minute or very delicate signals, which is showing they may be effective in some other therapeutic conditions in which actually they are in. So that is a drug repurposing. And the third one is de novo drug design. So what is de novo drug design? As we are looking into some genetic disease, some rare genetic disease, some non-modifiable, we can say nervous system diseases, which are specific to some particular people only, and such type of drugs are not available in the market because the disease is only to some specific people. It's a rare condition that a whole institutional research is not possible for this type of drug. There is a new concept that is known as de novo drug design. So what they do, they create new drug molecule from the scratch. This is the word they are using. Typically, by utilizing the three-dimensional target receptor. So this is a biology with a computational model. Simple. This is biology with a visualizing the biology that in a three-dimensional model where exactly the drug will find and will act. So if we can identify this one in a computational model or in a algorithm, we can definitely establish, develop, and discover new drugs or specific de novo drug which will be useful for the patient care. We have an example like a H1 HIV1 protease inhibitor. It is a structure of protease enzyme that was used to guide the development of molecules that could inhibit its activity. So this is very specific, not common to all, it's rare. But if we put our focus into this with the help of AI, even we can establish or even we can develop new drug in this particular arena, which will be with the main target what I have seen, what I have shown at the beginning, that is better patient care. Thank you. Next slide. Let's see another one, how AI can help into the healthcare. This is not directly with the actual clinical practice, but this is related to the overall patient efficient patient outcome. If we look into the application of AI in the various administrative and operational process of a hospital, right? What we can do with the AI? We can automate appointment scheduling, right? Nowadays, as you have seen, the people are getting scheduled before coming to the hospital. They are going into the app, they are going into the website, they are calling to the telecaller, the teleservice, and they are getting the appointment, right? And they are getting the appointment. So if all these services streamline through a single AI mode, then whenever call or whenever hit the browser or whenever going through the app, the AI will automate them. They will fix the time for each and every patient. There will not be any mismatched or overcrowded at a particular time. So that is the first thing. Preliminary patient assessment, as we have done during our farm day, that once a patient come to the hospital, we can assess the patient at the beginning. We need not to go deep, we need not to go for interventional, but at least asking the patient how you are feeling, whether you are able to take some breath, whether you have any pain, whether you have any other complication, what is your current feeling. All these things we can have a patient assessment before going to the expert. These type of activities can also be done by the AI. You can enter the data, you can enter the information of the patient, that will give a clear assessment, and it will direct to which doctor the patient should be directed. Electronic health record management, as we are looking into the era, we are going through an era where data is everything. You have information, you are the top. You are not having proper information, you are losing the battle. And not only the information, saving the information and retrieving the information is more important. So electronic health record management can be more fast, more appropriate with the help of AI. And this will reduce the administrative burden. It will allow the doctor to focus more on patient care rather than only checking the patient, whether the patient has got registered, whether the patient has noted down all the complication, checking all the papers, whether patient has all the papers and all. See, for this, we have doctor's assistant. But ultimately, if doctor wants to look, that takes the time. Instead of that, we can apply the AI in the hand of doctor only to make sure doctor is utilizing those tools for his or her smooth decision making. We can also optimize hospital resource allocation, improve overall efficiency, and reducing waiting time for the patient. Right? These are all healthcare operational efficiency with the help of AI. Next slide, please. Okay. As we are moving further, we have seen some challenges as we are talking about AI. So there will be some challenges, and we have to identify some solutions. So the challenge, the first one we have found as ethical consideration. AI should not overpower human, and it must be a supporting tool for the clinician. It should not be the primary. Instead, it should be a supporting tool to improve the diagnosis, right? And the second one is lack of standard data. In India, there is a lack of standard data in the overall healthcare scenario. If you look into the patient case sheet, right? I'm telling frankly, if you're looking into the patient case sheet, hospital to hospital, the note written by the doctor and the prescriptions written by the doctor is entirely different in hospital to hospital, even within the same hospital, department to department, how the department of pediatric writing the case sheet and how the general medicine writing the case sheet will be a different. There will be no standardized meaning. That is on the choice of individual. If we are talking about the AI, if we are talking about implementation of AI, and if we are talking about analyzing data with the help of AI, until and unless the data are standardized, they are following a same line, it cannot have a proper analysis. And the third one, we have discussed about the data privacy. This is a concern. This is a matter everybody we are facing on a day-to-day situation. So what the solution? And we can have some outcome. The first one is justified and explainable algorithm. As we are talking that AI is analyzing, AI is implementing its algorithm, that should be explainable. That must be clearly understandable, even with the common people also. That if I am putting my data into the AI tool, how it's going to analyze data to give me an outcome. It should not be biased. It should not be with the technical glitches. It should be justified as well as explainable algorithm. Then only it will have a more clinical acceptance. Otherwise, it will just remain as a theoretical discussion and continuation. So we have IT. The Indian IT is the global accepted and global valid IT. So the US people are using our IT sector. Why not we use our own IT sector? We can implement the AI for improvement with the help of IT sector for the develop of data management infrastructure, and this can help in ethical guideline framework development for the implementation by the authority. If a appropriate, explainable, justified algorithm and analysis capacity can be shown to everyone, definitely that type of framework will be accepted even by the authorities also. So even government of India has come out with the National Digital Health Mission. Here they are making like personalized health ID, telemedicine facilities, digital doctor services, health facility registry, personal health record, as well as e-pharmacy. So here also government is putting more concern about the data. Each and every data should be standardized. Each and every data should be stored in appropriate manner, and those should be retrievable, and those should be in a proper analytical method to analyze with an explainable algorithm so that it can be accepted pan-global as well as in India. Next slide, please. Right. So this is the framework in which the authority should work. It should be fair. Whatever decision will be taken, it should be fair to each and everyone. Whoever are the stakeholders, it should be fair to all. It should be transparent. It must have transparency. Nothing should be hide and seek. Something new has came. You are not showing how it is going to work, how it is really helping, and you are asking everyone to implement that one. That's not going to help. That's not going to accepted by anyone. As well as accountability. As we are talking about AI, that it will help in decision making, So if there is any error, if there is any default, who will be accountable? That must be also framed. Sustainability, it must not be for a short-term gain. It must be for a long-term gain. Just today or tomorrow, just got some outcome. I just implement it. I got some publication. I got some photo. I put it into the newspaper and it's over. No, it should not be. It should be for all the people throughout the period. As well as privacy, definitely, we must not hamper anyone's privacy by taking out their illness data, by taking out their social history. Someone may have given the information that he smokes. He smokes. Or even we can say someone has given the data, she smokes. So that is a sensitive term. If we say she smokes, if this data is out, it may be a complication for her. It may be a complication for her. Whether she smokes or not, it's a personal choice. We must not interfere. But leaking the data and making that individual into a troublesome situation is a breach of privacy that must not be considered if we are talking about AI and if we are talking about personal data, as well as robustness. It must be applicable to all. It must be applicable to all the people of India, and it must be in a position to change and upgrade itself whenever new challenges or new issue comes up. It must not be like stuck over there. Yes, we have made a framework. It will not go. It will not change further. It must be robust. It must be changed based on the requirement and situation. Next slide, please. I think we have 3-4 more slides. Yeah, we have talked a lot. Some of the action has been came into the real world. In some corporate sector is working, in some government sector is working, in some academias and other research institutes are working. But if we look into the scenario, burden are still there burdens, and these burdens are quite a firm. The first one is lack of AI ready infrastructure, right? Only you can say like ordering a food in the Zomato app or in the other food delivery app is not AI, is not a AI ready infrastructure. That's a small app that has some limited data. You are just choosing from the drop down menu and you are just clicking or hitting the button. But if we are talking about the infrastructure, if we are talking about the AI ready infrastructure, then it's a discussion. Like implement computing, data storage capabilities, as well as network connectivity. So we are facing the network connectivity. At the beginning, there was some issues, technical glitches, some hiccups on the platform to share our views. If such situation is not able to overcome, we are not in a position to smooth transition of data. Resistance to change, this is always there. Whenever we will come with some new ideas, there are the people who will resist to change. They will raise some concern, they will raise some issues, they will simply stand against those. There are some situations, for some, they don't want to adopt with the new, to learn something new at this age. That is one thing. Another one, people has a concept like AI is taking up in any position to take our job. Whatever information we are going to feed into the AI and whatever information AI is going to analyze is being done by us only, is being done by human being only. And definitely when we are talking about high level computer system, performance, internet, manpower, it comes with the cost. That has to be taken into consideration also. Next slide, please. And these are some of the future directions where AI can really work. One is collaborative research and development. In this scenario, the academic institutes, the healthcare institutions, as well as AI companies, they should come to a common platform. They should share the knowledge, ideas, and they can support each other with a new idea, entrepreneurship to improve the overall situation, what the situation currently. Moreover, AI skills and training, this is very important. How you are going to feed the data, how you are going to analyze the data, and how we are going to apply, how we are going to apply those outcomes into the real world scenario. Such type of skill and training must be enhanced for each and everyone who are working in this particular, as well as AI in public health policy. uh, as AI can analyze vast data, environmental data, individual data, as well as disease trend. So while doing this, AI is giving or generating some health policy, right, based on the particular situation. Now, if we feed different types of data, AI will generate different types of policy or suggestions. It's not possible to implement each and everything each and every time by the authority. Whatever AI is telling, we are going to implement. No, it's not possible, but we can get the idea what type of outcome it's highlighting, whether it's possible to work on those path, or it's only a generation in the only a data generation that cannot be implemented in a real world scenario. These three situations need to be addressed to take further the AI into the Indian healthcare for a real world practice. Next slide, please. I think we are on the closing. Yeah. So we can say complications are there. Yes, complications are there. Yes, complications are there. But there are people who want to overcome from these complications, right? They just don't want to see the obstacle, barriers, roadblocks. They they want to see what is there opposite of that side. So these are one example I have given before, which for the analysis of diabetic retinopathy. Here are another three examples. These are very latest, very new entrepreneurship AI platforms which are working only on the healthcare scenario. One is Libret. Libret is a platform which helps you to identify your doctor. You put your complication, right? You put your complication in terms of a data. They have a standard format. You fill this format, they will find the doctor for you. You be rest assured, if you have given your complication in the right manner to them, they will find a doctor for you. You need not to find whom to go, where to go, how to go, with whom to go, when should I go, how much is the visit, how much is the wait time. They will do everything. They will do everything. You just give your exact data so that you can have a proper outcome. Then we have another one, SickTuple. SickTuple, they are nothing but a smart screening solution. They are smart screening solution combined with the robotics. And the third one is OncoStem. They are doing very well. They are doing very well. They are a AI-driven biomarker-based prognostic test for cancer. As we have identified or we have studied that there are certain biomarkers which is released during the cancerous procedure, and these goes unidentified, or even if these are identified, it's not possible to exactly analyze whether it's a cancerous stage or it's a non-cancerous stage. So this OncoStem, they are a AI platform. They are a combination of Bioma AI with a biomarker-based prognostic test for cancer for early detection. If we can have a early detection, we have a better therapeutic plan. If we have a better therapeutic plan, we have a better outcome. So this is the actual outcome which is coming slowly. It will take time. It will take time, but it's taking a shape. It's taking a shape. It's getting its I believe within next 5 to 7 years, we'll have a very appropriate.
Sir, you can continue.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your opportunity. opportunity, interactive uh, session to provide my views, right? To provide my views, and we can see these are all like we can have a AI education training, create awareness and support, and academic industry collaboration. These are the three important things to achieve our AI based improved healthcare scenario in the India. I have currently I'm working. Next slide, please. Currently, I'm working on AI and pharmacovigilance, and I have found that we have an ample of opportunity. We have an ample of opportunity to apply, implement, or use the AI, especially in terms of ADR identification. Because in terms of ADR, what type of complication which comes into the faces or into the skin is very difficult to diagnose. So if we can keep or apply AI, we can definitely diagnose them in a proper manner, prompt manner, to have a better therapeutic outcome. So this is my paper through which I have tried to help others that what are the steps, what are the process, what are the methods, what are the approach we should take so that we can implement the AI in a real world practice in the Indian healthcare. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for providing this opportunity. Hopefully, with this discussion, few people will find it appropriate and they will carry the message for their development as well as development of the society and the academia. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day, sir. If anybody has anything to say, they can.
Thank you, sir, for your detailed session on AI tools in pharmacy. I think audience are got the well knowledge about this AI tools in pharma. Now the session is open for questionnaire. Audience, you can mute yourself
Yes.
and you can ask the questions.
Okay.
Or else you can post in the chat box.
Anyone wants to ask any question, you can unmute yourself.
One new message. Nice session. Okay. Thank you. Everybody, please read about AI. Read about the application of AI. You will find useful. Even you can also participate into this particular segment for your professional purpose. Make sure before other people grab the opportunity, we must not leave the opportunity. The fruit, we must wait for a suitable time to ripe the fruit and grab it before anybody else grab. That's the essence of the
very
AI.
good afternoon, sir. Hello.
Yes, very good afternoon. Yes, very good
Sir,
afternoon. Please
you are
continue,
audible,
sir.
sir. You can ask him.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
How AI can correlate biological studies? Hello.
Once again, please. Hello, sir. How AI
Sir,
can correlate
biological studies into humans?
Sir,
Humans
the
or either in
biological.
animals?
Okay. That's the
How AI can
algorithm
correlate
what
in
AI is
biological
applying
studies.
into his analysis process. Yes. How AI can take the biological studies predicting its effect on the human. That's the concept. That's the concept. Whether we can consider the prediction by the AI into the human in a appropriate, whether we can consider this one as appropriate or inappropriate. As the biological data, whatever have been generated these many years, let's consider as the biological data which has been generated these many years, if those data are truthfully included or feeded into the system. I'm taking the word truthfully. There must not be error. If you put error, because it's our role. If we are putting error, definitely there will be an error in the outcome. If we are truthfully including the data into the system, the algorithm will definitely highlight whether this particular biological data for this particular new drug molecule will have a predictable ADR or predictable safety issue with the human being or not. For that, we need to include original, genuine, truthful data. If we can do that one, definitely AI has the algorithm process. If you say, what is the algorithm process? I may not be in a position to explain that one, but I can
Okay.
say you there is the algorithm process which has been taken care by the IT sector. Definitely, there is a what we are asking. Please explain that algorithm process in a more generalized method. Don't keep it with yourself. Instead, open it so that we can really believe that this is going to work in this method. That is the point what we are discussing, sir.
Okay. 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 Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Sir, in chat box, one more question is there. What is the role of
Yes,
AI
madam.
in drug development? By Fani Kumar.
Okay, AI in drug. Yes, by Fani Kumar. Thank you, Fani, for your question. See, AI directly not AI, it's a deep learning. This is one subset of AI which is helping in the drug development process. The most important thing in the drug development process is identifying a lead compound amongst all the latest compound. Which compound will lead the process? Which compound will show the appropriate or better therapeutic effect? That can be analyzed. That can be analyzed.
Dr. Prashant, Dr. Prashant, please mute your mic. Dr. Prashant,
Ravi sir, you can mute all.
sir, Sushant sir, now you unmute yourself, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
unmute. Okay. So you were talking about the drug development, mainly the deep learning that is used in the drug development process. The deep learning method, it applies on two distinct area. One is before the compound is even considered as a drug molecule. Before the compound is considered even as a drug molecule. So whatever in vitro study has been done with this compound, all those data are analyzed with the previously similar type of compound to see how the previous compound has landed in which situation, and it will predict this particular compound is going to land in which condition. So this will give you a, we can say this will give you a future trend, a future data, or we can say it can see the future. Instead of carrying the research for another 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 10 years and landing in a failure, the AI has the algorithm power. AI has a long vision to see whether this drug is going to be a lead compound, mean this drug will be useful as a therapeutic efficacy purpose, or this drug is going to fail because it matches with this type of criteria for which the previous compounds has failed the study. So this is one side through which before going into the actual treatment, we can consider whether this drug will be a lead compound or we should drop this product before doing any more study. Another one is, as I have discussed, like the biological studies. Whatever studies has done, kindly put those data in a truthfully manner. Kindly put those data in a truthfully manner. If you put those data in a truthfully manner, your product, with which you are doing the study, if it matches with the previous data, if it correlate with the previous data, previous biological data, and the present scenario, it can give you a prediction whether this drug is going to give you a safety concern or this drug will have only efficacy and no safety. Instead of going into such situation in a later stage, as we have discussed, instead of going into a such situation in a later stage, you please analyze your compound with the previously existing data to make sure whether your drug will clear all the obstacles or your drug will get a failure in the future. Few more things are there with the drug development. One is repurposing, right? Another one is toxicological prediction. Those things are little bit in-depth and more complex discussion. You can have these studies into the availability. I believe we are also running short of time. We cannot go in detailed description of all those things. Mainly focus into these two things. One is lead compound, another one is biological data. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your patience. In spite of your busy schedule, you have given you a very nice lecture for us. Now
Thank
I
you, madam.
request
Thank
our principal sir to present a memorandum to our today's guest.
Sure.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So on behalf of the MNR College of Pharmacy and all delegates, we thank wholeheartedly the today's speaker for sharing his wonderful knowledge, and really it's a good opportunity to learn about AI, the tools in pharmacy. So thank you, sir, for coming forward and sharing your knowledge with all the delegates who have joined all over from all over India. It's like a good opportunity through this Zoom meet. We are able to meet faculty members from different corners of the country. So really we should thank this technology, but still we are going ahead with you with the AI technology. So definitely we'll be more comfortably, we can attend many such sessions if we learn all the AI and the advanced tools. So once again, I thank Dr. Sushanta Kumar Das for sharing his valuable knowledge to one and all. Sir, Dr. Sushant Kumar Das kindly accept this virtual memento as a token of appreciation from MNR College of Pharmacy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your kind gesture and providing this opportunity. This is no doubt a great opportunity to share my views with the people,
Yes.
of the field.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Definitely,
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
I
Thank you,
believe
sir. Thank you,
will
sir.
be a good understanding amongst all of us. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you very
sir.
much.
Thank you very much. We'll surely invite you for our any future FDP or in the conferences. Also, physically, also try to visit our campus.
Sir, it was 10 years there in Hyderabad. Definitely, if I go, one of my student is also there. One of my student is also there. He
Okay.
only made this. He only made this communication and all. Thank
Right,
you
sir.
very
Right.
much.
Yes, sir.
If I go to Hyderabad next time, definitely we'll go and we'll meet in person. That's
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, one and all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for taking your time and for being our resource person. Thank you for all the one for everyone to who's participating. And we are closing today. The session is closed, and tomorrow again we'll meet. At the session will be open at 1 o'clock with a
Thank
new resource
Thank you.
person.
Okay,
Thank you
okay.
all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Can we leave, sir, now?
The session is completed. You can be.
Next.